What's good, online community, sports family? This is your host with the most, Willie Beam, and we are back for another fire segment. This is Sports Therapy, man. Well, good conversations meet great athletes. I told you I'm going to keep it. I kept it in memory bank, man. That's in the book. That's the slogan, man. But we are back for another fire episode, man, on our take on some great stuff that's been happening in the sports community. And so I do want to kick it off with someone who is well known in the sports community, man, on the women's side. I feel like women don't get the recognition that they should. And so we always going to take the time, man, to shed light on our women hoopers that are doing some amazing things. So you got to kick it off with my girl, Paige Bueckers, leading UConn to, I believe, 12 championships. 12. Yeah, I did my research. Yeah. Gino got 12 on his belt. So just off a record, man, what's you guys' take on Paige Bueckers? Have you been watching her? What you think of her skill set? What you think she'll be in WNBA?
My only recollection is when, I don't know if she was in high school when it happened or it was after high school, but they kept like comparing her to Steph Curry and stuff like that, the way she was hooping and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's the only real thing that I had about her. I knew she played at UConn. I think she had like ACL.
Yeah, she has some injuries.
That.
I'm going to get into that too. Yeah, she has some injuries. Yeah.
But it was crazy that she led them to the championship and the way she did it. I was watching the game for a little bit. When I saw that score, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not watching the rest of this because there's no point. But when she was, the few clips I did see of her playing, it was like they didn't have an answer for her. So that was just crazy to see. South Carolina didn't win last year, did they?
Did South Carolina win last year? That is a great question. I don't know if I can't remember.
I know they won recently. I don't know.
Yeah, recently.
If they did whatever, they had, I think, like 5 McDonald's All-Americans on their team, and the way she just went in there, it was like, even though y'all got all that, y'all still can't stop me.
Yeah. They dominated.
For sure.
What's your take, man?
Man, you know what? I can understand what he was talking about as far as that last game, but I actually, just took a little time to go back and see what the path looked like, at least for the tournament itself.
No, facts.
And there was quite a few games where they started out slow. Like, I'm talking about like 7-0, 8-0, 9-0 run. And you're like, wait, but this was Paige Bueckers. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, right.
Like, what happened? But they would always manage to get it together and just, like, dominate. But then there was also those games where, before the one you watched, where they were real close, pretty much, at least the first half, and then they would open up in that second half where it started getting a little crazy.
Right.
But, like, they had some fights.
No, I agree. I agree, bro.
Easy,
yeah, I agree.
Because I was like, woo-woo.
So, I got this question then.
Okay.
If Juju Watson doesn't get hurt, do they beat UConn? Does USC beat UConn? What does that game look like?
I don't know if they would have beat UConn. I think it still would have came out the same way.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been nearly as bad.
I agree. Yeah. I don't think
Juju, I think, brings something else to that team, and they play better with her versus without her.
Without her, yeah. I like that too. What's your take? You follow Juju?
Yeah.
You think it's the same outcome with or without Juju? Because they beat the brakes off him, I think, when Juju went down. I watched some clips on that game.
I don't know, man.
40, that's...
Yes, he did drop 40 on the head.
Because it's like... She's like a racehorse. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, any of you out there watching. To my understanding, it's like Juju is the head, and then like she has like all these people around her, right? But she's taking like most of the shots. She's, you know what I'm saying? Like just the front line of person, whatever they got going on.
Facts.
So if they know that, I don't know what team it was. I think there was a team like they doubled to her or like made sure she didn't have like the ball in her hand a lot, so they had to rely on her team. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, if that happened again, could she have like navigated that better than the first time it happened to her? I think the first time it happened, she only had like 16, 18, maybe 20. 20 still alive, but it's like, would that have mattered, or would she still been able to do what she normally does and lead that? Yeah. And I don't know. I can't even say.
I
To
think
be honest
UConn's
with you.
defense is a little tough.
Yeah, defense is solid,
They
man.
scrappy.
Yeah, they very scrappy.
Very fast paced too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I think I kind of agree. I agree with you, Tez. I do believe if Juju was still playing and she had not got injured, I think UConn still would have pulled it out. I think they were just that dominant, man. Like on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Like if you get into other pieces that was around Paige Bueckers, I watched highlights of that game, and Paige Bueckers actually had a slow start. If you go back and watch it, she had a really, really slow start. So the main two people that were dominating in that game was Azzi Fudd and their center, Sarah Strong. I think Azzi Fudd had maybe 25 for the entire game, and then Sarah Strong, their center. They put emphasize on that name Strong because she definitely dominated in the paint. Yeah, she was a bully in that paint, grabbing rebounds. And so they had the ability to still sustain their lead going into the second half, knowing that Paige Bueckers had a slow start. And then when the second half came around, Paige Bueckers just turned up.
Right.
She turned up.
No, though, bro.
Go ahead. What's your take, man? Let's go.
I be seeing clips of Juju like blocking people, ripping people.
Yeah.
So it's like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm 50-50.
You 50-50?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I can't decide.
I got you. So getting into more about Paige Bueckers, from when I was doing my research, Paige Bueckers is widely expected to be the number 1 draft pick for 2025 WNBA draft and is projected to be drafted by the Dallas Wings.
Oh!
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
I was just about to say,
What do y'all think, baby? What's y'all take on her going to the Wings,
I gotta get that jersey, bro.
Time out. I'm gonna say this. I'm supposed to be going to the Dallas Wings draft party. I think it's Monday. So tomorrow night. So
Oh, that's dope, bro.
Yeah,
That's
so
lit.
That's cool.
I'm gonna give you all the deets when I get done.
Yeah. Fill us in, bro.
But that is gonna be real. That's gonna be real good to see. Cause from what I've seen, they have like maybe like 1 or 2 good people. Not good. That sounds bad. But they have like, to me, like dominant people on the wings, and then they have just like a lot of big bodies. So now adding her to that will definitely give them another way that they can play and take on different teams in the WNBA.
Right.
With her ability to shoot, let me say that, because I don't know how how like her percentage and stuff like that.
Paige.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. I think I have it on my phone.
Because from what I saw, I've only been to 2 games, but they weren't like shooting crazy threes. So like now that she gives them like another way to be able to score like threes and stuff like that, that's gonna help out a lot.
You said Paige Bueckers, right?
Yeah.
So looking at altogether her overall career with UConn, her 3-point percentage is 42.3.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, for the entire.
That's gonna open up a lot.
Yeah, her field goal percentage is 53.1. So yeah,
Okay.
she's shooting over 50%. Yeah. What's your take, man? I know you hype, man. You've been to a few Wings games.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I feel like she's definitely gonna add a strong presence from the 3 for sure.
Yeah. Most definitely.
I feel like the Wings have been missing a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be a different dynamic. We're gonna have to start guarding people at the 3 instead of just kind of crowding the paint and things like that.
Yeah.
Expecting them to go for 2.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna stretch out people's defenses quite a bit. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna bring a lot more fan base, just like it did with.
Oh, of course. Caitlin Clark.
With Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be lit, bro.
Paige,
it's
gonna be good.
We need you. We're the Dallas Wings, Paige. Please.
They are also moving the stadium. They're not gonna be playing at UTA. They'll be downtown Dallas at the.
Oh my.
Oh,
He said.
I get that real quick.
I forgot the name of the place, but it's one of the K. Bailey Hutchinson Center, maybe.
I just went for
I want to say that's where it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was trying to.
I was just out there. Dang, we gotta drive to the D, bro.
Man.
Yeah, you gotta drive to the D.
You gotta drive to the D. It don't matter, Paige.
We still gonna support.
Yeah, we still gonna support you, fam.
For sure.
And even looking at some more of her stats, man, for her career, defensive rebounds, fam, she's at 501.
Dang.
501. Offensive rebounds 78. So to me, that shows her defensive mentality. Like she picking people back, man. She blocking shots. She getting scrappy. So to see her numbers, man, on the defensive side with her rebounds is amazing. Even with assists, she's at 559 for her career at UConn. So the fact that she can still keep the team involved and facilitate, I think that's great too, man, for the pieces that they have. And speaking of the wings, we talked about them on our previous shows. Man, they just recently got, I believe I'm saying this right, Dejanay Carrington.
Yeah.
We talked, Dejanay Carrington.
Yep.
She's a point guard. They also have, I wish I knew how to pronounce this girl name. Arik Anguba.
Arike,
yeah.
Arike.
Oh, yeah.
Help me out,
I
man.
got you, bro.
Arik, she hoop, man.
I saw her at the gas
She
station.
is a
For real?
What?
Yeah, she came.
That's random.
Yeah, she came there to fill up. I don't know. It was like a BMW Benz, something like that.
Ooh, she's
She pulled
stunning.
up. She's like, "Can I get gas?" I was like, "Yeah." I was gonna ask for a picture, but I feel like that's super weird. So I was like, "Yeah, you can have a good day."
Right?
I mean, I don't know. I think for the WNBA, I think that's okay because a lot of times people feel like we don't see them.
That's what I was saying.
So I think
we
would have
don't.
been okay in that regard, but it's all good.
I agree. They also have the Santa Tierra McCowan for the wings. She's averaging 11.7 points a game, 8 rebounds, 1.6 assists. They also have Nalasia Smith averaging 10 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, and 1 assist. So yeah, man, wings have definitely added some depth, some length, some scoring ability, and if you pick up somebody like Paige Bueckers, man, can definitely add a different dynamic to the wings. So we're excited, Paige. Hopefully, as you're going through this process and trying to figure out where you want to go, man, we hope and pray that you come to the Dallas Wings. We'll definitely be there to support your journey as well. But also,
if you pass up, who you going for though?
Yeah, I know.
Who you get outside of her for the first pick?
Yeah.
Because like I told y'all picked the wrong person.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
They coming to get you.
Yeah, they coming to get you.
But just to kind of add to something he said earlier.
Go ahead, bro.
He mentioned a draft party. And I did see, because I'm following her now, you know, I'm talking about that, a girl from Mansfield.
Harmony Turner.
Yes.
Harmony Turner. Shout out to
having
Harmony
her,
Turner.
She's having her draft party. I believe it's at their stadium.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I believe so. It's at their gym for sure, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, just something to look out for. I was like, maybe I can pull up.
Right? Exactly, man.
It'd
Shout
be
out
dope
to
to be a part of that to see where they go.
Shout out to Harmony Turner, man. Definitely wish great success for you as well. Representing Texas, man, putting us on the map. You definitely have a lot of different skill sets in your game. You got a deep bag, so we definitely been following you and supporting you, man. We wish great success on your WNBA career. But going back to Paige, this is another stat that I saw. She has the third most career points in the NCAA tournament history. Number one, Caitlin Clark. She's at 492. Number two, we have Kamik Holsclaw from 96 to 99. She has 479. And then Paige is number three with 477. Number four, Maya Moore. In that lineup, man, Maya Moore with 476 from 2008 to 2011. Then we have Breonna Stewart. Stewie, man. Stewie
right
for 446, man. So for me to be in that lineup with some of these greats, man, from the WNBA, I think that's a huge deal, man. To be able to put up numbers like that.
She's about to be a problem for the league for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely about to be a problem.
All right.
Also, going back to what you mentioned earlier, Darrell, I think this is something that we should definitely take pride in. I was watching LeBron's podcast. He just started back Mind the Game with Steve Nash. And so episode 2, they were talking about what Steve Nash was asking him, what's more important when it comes to your game or just the game in general. And LeBron was like, you have to fall in love with the process. Like, the results will come. We talked about this on the last segment. However God does it, that's just how he does it. But you have to fall in love with the process first. And so LeBron was like, that's what makes the game easier for me because I have a regimen, I have a system, I have different things that I put in place throughout my 22 years in this game to make sure that I'm still effective. And so in 2020 and 2021, Paige Bueckers, she had a Final Fours loss. And so you go through that process. And then from 21 and 2023, she played 17 games due to an injury, the ACL, and going through that process emotionally and physically and trying to get back. And I can relate to this in some ways to a certain extent because I've had conversations with Tamika. You know, shout out to the wifey. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
shout out to the wifey. We always have stories where she used to hoop. She played for Arizona State, was doing her thing, and she ended up tearing her ACL. But not just the ACL. She ruptured both of her Achilles. She ruptured one of them in practice, I believe, and she ruptured one, I believe, in one of the games that they had. And then from there, man, her career just, it was done. She was like, man, it's really, really hard to come back from those type of injuries. But definitely, she was one of the top players at Arizona State. She's one of the top players in high school. And, yeah, so just hearing those stories from her and having to deal with that emotionally, physically, mentally. But like we mentioned on our last show, man, you have to have that healthy support system. You got to have people around you to help you get through that process because, injuries or this
is all a mental game.
Yeah, it's all a mental game, man. It's all a mental game. And then also in 23 and 24, she has another Final Fours loss. And then here we are today, 2024 to 25, man. She's a NCAA champion with her first chip, man. So what you guys take on getting through the process when it comes to these type of things? How would you have handled it? What would be your thing to make sure that you come back stronger? It could be anything. It could be life. It can be just anything.
Well, I'm going to say the game-wise, I would say if, let's just say a stat line, right? You get the stat line at the end of the game. You had 7 turnovers, right? So you go watch those 7 turnovers and, like, dissect how that happened, right? So if on the turnovers you were, let's say you were running a play and the person's supposed to be on the wing, but they weren't, but you threw it anyways because that's what they're supposed to be, taking that split second to see where they're going. If they're not there, then do something else with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to avoid that, just like learning from your mistakes that you had last time you went. So as well on the, I guess, mental side, their mindset, like, was whenever people miss layups, was I getting angry? Was I putting them down, or was I uplifting them? Right. When they make mistakes, this time I'm gonna be more uplifting. Hey, you got the next one, whatever. You know what I'm saying? More vocal on the bench. So you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that. Just like checking your mistakes that you did previously that got you. You got there off rip, right?
Right.
You got to the Final Four, you lost. All right. So what did I learn from this one? This one, it wasn't because of our skills. Just I was just injured. Then we got there again. Okay, so this one would, you know what I'm saying, just keep doing that over and over. And
like that.
As you know what I'm saying, she finally cracked the code, you know what I'm saying? Just keep doing that, I feel like, was the biggest thing that could help anybody, is just going back and look at your mistakes.
Yeah, I like that. What's your take, my guy?
I would have to agree with that. I guess the only other thing that I would add is, I mean, it sounds cliche, but it definitely helps, is add that support system, man.
Facts.
You gotta have those pieces around you.
It's important.
Because those kind of things can be demoralizing when you go through injuries, because you think, oh, man, is this it? Is this over? Like, is this all I got? Yeah. And it can be tough to fight back sometimes. Yeah. So to have that support system, I think, is definitely a key piece.
Definitely got to have a support system. It takes me back to when I think it was Kobe's last game, or close to being his last game, and he ended up tearing his Achilles. And if you go back and watch the highlights of this game, the mindset that he had, and I talked about it in the previous sports therapy segment, this man is literally, limping. He didn't say, hey, coach, go sit me down on the bench. He didn't say, hey, I'm done with the game. He didn't say, hey, I'm going back to the back to prepare for the next game. This man literally went to the free throw line and shot both free throws, and he didn't miss not one of them. He hit them both. And so just to have that type of mentality, knowing that this is something that I love, this is something that I cherish, and I'm going to leave it all out on the floor, whether we win or lose. And so that was some that I definitely took to heart, seeing Kobe go through that process. And also going back to Paige Bueckers and her story, I had it in some notes prior. I saw that she actually reached out to Juju when Juju got hurt. I seen on her Instagram post, she reached out to Juju. She was like, hey, Juju, if you need any support, if you need any help, if you need me to be there physically, if you need me to be there emotionally, if you need help with some treatments, anything that you need, fam, I got you. And so I think that really, really blessed me when I saw on IG Paige reaching out to Juju, because you, like Ted just mentioned, you need that support system. You need people around you. And like you mentioned earlier, it's a mental game. Because it's going to take you a while to get back to where you were, physically. Lord knows, I can attest to it. I ain't play no sports, but I had surgery. And these guys to my left can attend to or attest to me going through that process just in life in general, and having to get back to just walking again, just having the ability to even put a shoe back on. My foot swollen, having to operate. on one leg, man, was very, very difficult. But I'm so grateful having you guys being there in my corner. You guys didn't have to do things that y'all did. Y'all didn't have to come pick me up and put the scooter in your car and make room for me and take me to therapy and take me to doctor's appointments and just going to start. But whatever we was doing, man, having that brotherhood and that connection, y'all guys didn't have to do that, but y'all chose to because of your heart posture. And so, man, I'm definitely grateful to have that. But yeah, just tying that back to sports, you definitely gotta have the right support system with you. Any more takes? Anything else you guys want to share on Paige?
Just congratulations on your accomplishment. Can't wait to see what you do in the WNBA. And yeah, that's it.
What you got, T? Closing remarks for Paige?
Man, I would just say, like, I was watching videos of her, and it was like, she just had that dog in her. Like, I saw her hit a turnaround jumper. It was like, she was fading too. I was like, bro, like, hold on. Like, you in your last year of college, but I don't think you're supposed to know how to do that just yet. That's really, like, unlocked in the NBA, the WNBA, but she's already in the bag, man, so it's going to be interesting to see. We just all going to pray for the Dallas Wings.
Yes.
They are under different we're going to thank God that they are under different leadership than the Dallas Mavericks.
Yes.
Hopefully they will make the right choice. When it comes to the first round pick, no pressure. No pressure. But if they make the wrong one, I'm coming back.
Yeah. Facts. Before we get to this other guy, I feel like we got to talk about what just happened recently, man. How do you feel on this recent game with Luka being back in Dallas, dropping those numbers, feeling emotional, tribute video? What's y'all take on that, man?
You was the Mavericks fan, so I'm gonna let you.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I said I was gonna say after this happened. I told you so. That man dropped buckets.
He did. You said it, bro.
He got rebounds. He had assists. Luka was a different Luka.
Nah, he was definitely different.
I think I saw him play a little defense. I was like, what?
Yeah.
But he owed us that.
Sliding
but
puppets.
To see him get the video tribute before the game started, like, that was big. The whole crowd was cheering, and then they went to that whole Fire Nico.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Yeah, you know you're gonna see that, bro.
I mean, it is what it is. Like,
yeah,
I agree. Like, it was a bad choice. It's all good.
Yeah.
But anyway,
what's your take, D? Oh, JJ the Jet Plane.
Him too.
It was a cool game to watch. The first part, I ain't gonna lie, my fault, Luka. I was playing Fortnite. I watched like a but when I did see it,
that's funny.
That was crazy. I think he's found his stride, and that game made it, I guess, 10 times easier for him. I said when he first got, I think it was first quarter was done. And they said he had like 16 or 20, something like that. I was like, he could easily go for like 60, I think I said. It was like either 50 or 60. I asked my homeboy, he's like, he only went for 45. Like, he slowed down. He could have had it. Like, when I tell you it looked easy that game, it looked easy. But, yeah, definitely Lakers got a good one with that one. I wish he would have did this when I watched him, because I went with my radio class. He didn't do he didn't do nothing, but it wasn't this kind of game.
It wasn't a 45.
Yeah, nah.
45. I got you. We always want to see those good ones for sure.
No, facts. No, man, I'm happy for the guy, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm happy for Luka.
Yeah,
Luka definitely is finally getting back to the Luka we all know, man. Definitely had some great stacks, 45 points, I believe, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, something like that. But yeah, I'm happy for my guy. In the beginning, I didn't know how it was going to work with him and LeBron being similar players, being ball dominant. But going back to LeBron's podcast with Steve Nash, he mentioned that as the game changes, I have to change.
Yeah.
And so he mentioned, the game now is to where most people are three-point shooters. Most people are stretching the floor. So he was like, when in the offseason, when the season is over, I had to work on my 3-ball.
Yeah.
If that's what it's going to take for me to be relevant at 40 years old in this game, then I got to continue to work on that part of my game and make sure that I'm successful. And so from what I'm seeing from the Lakers, I'm seeing that a lot from LeBron. So when Luka is, the point guard in a sense, bringing the ball up, I'm seeing LeBron come off off the ball a lot more in a sense, rather than being ball dominant to kind of give them a different dynamic. But the playoffs is here, man. The playoffs is here, fellas.
Last day in fantasy, man.
Yeah.
If I lose this week, I ain't gonna lie, I'm suing somebody.
Don't sue, man.
I'm suing somebody.
Did y'all happen to see that Luka behind the back joint?
I seen that, bro.
Like,
he was on.
my boy was like,
yes. I seen that, bro.
Yeah, my boy's in his bag.
Yeah.
Man. So it's good to see because I know that can probably be pretty emotional. You coming back to the team that drafted you.
Yeah.
You could easily get caught up in that, but my boy wiped them tears
away and went to work, man. Went to work. Yeah,
That was good.
Yeah. For Dallas, I believe it's gonna take some time. I don't know if they've done anything this year, let alone getting the play in. I don't know where seed they at right there.
I think right now it's playing.
Yeah, for them.
I think they did barely make the play.
In. Yeah. So, I guess we'll give it some time, with Dallas next year, maybe the year after that, and we'll see how those pieces pan. I believe they do got some pieces over there. AD has to stay healthy. You got PJ Washington. You got Gafford. Kyrie comes back healthy. So, we'll see what Dallas do. But in the meantime, LeBron, Lakers, y'all go do y'all thing. From looking at it recently, they may be playing the Warriors first round.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Possibly. It's a possibility. It's still I think they in that they in that
that's always gonna be a rivalry.
Yeah,
LeBron against the Warriors.
and Steph.
It's LeBron against
the
Warriors.
Yes. Yes. I don't we'll see how that series goes. Yeah.
How many is this?
What?
That he's played Curry.
How many times?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great.
Like
I think this
in the
number
playoffs.
5.
In the playoffs, right?
In the playoffs?
I think this is like number 5 at least.
You talking about total games?
They did some back to backs.
Yeah, like series wise.
Oh, series.
Anytime they've met in the playoffs, like any first, second, third, whatever. You know what I'm saying? How many times they face off against each other? Like in my mind, I didn't grow up watching basketball. I just recently started really getting into it.
Right.
But from what I've seen, it's like anytime they face each other, it's always something good. And they've been doing it for a long time, which is crazy to me,
Long time.
Even though LeBron's, 42? 40, and Curry's, 36?
36.
You know what I'm saying? So for y'all going on this long, and y'all still going, and everyone's like, oh, we want to see this. It's like, what about everyone else? That's crazy. The old guys, it's like, we want to see them, not y'all. We want to see this. It's crazy.
Yeah,
They put on the show, man.
Yeah, they always every time they play against each other, they always put on the show. So that should be an exciting series to watch. As we make a pivot, we got to talk about my guy, Carmelo Anthony. What do y'all think about him being inducted into the 2025 Hall of Fame? What's your guys' take on? Should he have been inducted? What's you guys' take?
Have no comments, no concerns, nothing. I did not watch Carmelo Anthony. The only Carmelo Anthony I seen was, I think in OKC was the last time I saw him. And he had a couple good games.
When he played with Russ?
Yeah, he had a couple games from what I saw.
Paul
but
George.
It looked like he was on the decline, so I'm not going to speak on that. So I'll leave that
He was definitely on the decline once he got there.
Yeah.
For sure. Man, my God. I literally watched this man's whole career. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I would have to say, man, this guy, he just always had a way of doing it. Meaning it was always hustle there, and he was very much so a clutch player.
Definitely clutch.
Definitely
clutch.
You feed that man the ball at the end of the game, and more than likely it's going in. He ain't missed too many on game winners. He stayed locked in, man. I feel like his preparation was just different, and it was like he knew he had the team on his back at all times.
At all times.
And it just he embraced that, and everybody doesn't have that ability. So I can definitely say my boy didn't, choke in the biggest moments. He stepped up and was like, I got it.
Right. Fact.
Even if he missed, he was like, I got it.
I got it.
He
Yeah.
had that confidence
Definitely had that confidence. Give me the ball. Feed Melo.
Right. Feed Melo the ball.
Nah,
Sure.
To go back to Melo, man, some of Melo's stats, he is a 10-time All-Star, 2012-2013 scoring champ, 6-time All-NBA, 2003-2004 All-Rookie, NBA 75th anniversary team, and 3-time gold medal winner. Go ahead, bro. What you got?
When you said scoring champion, was it like he was just like the leaders, like scoring wise in those years? Like, what is that?
For what I'm looking at, in my perspective, I would probably say just for the season in itself.
So he was outscoring everybody in 2012,
2013, scoring champ.
Okay.
Yeah, from my perspective, I would probably say for the entire
Okay.
the entire league. Yeah, 3-time gold medalist winner. Some of the teams that Melo has played for. Carmelo Anthony played for 6 NBA teams during his 19-season career. Denver Nuggets, New York Knicks, OKC, Houston Rockets, Portland Trailblazers, and the LA Lakers.
Forgot about the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, man, I had to pull it out, man, so we can have some conversation here, man.
Trailblazers, it's crazy.
Denver Nuggets, his career.
Him and Brandon Roy. I think Brandon Roy was still there.
What squad?
Or was he still there? No, he was
with the Nuggets?
No, Trailblazers.
Dame was there at the time.
Yeah. Dame was still there when Melo went to Portland.
I can't remember if B-Roy was there.
Yeah. I think B-Roy is gone.
Yeah, B-Roy was gone.
Yeah, B-Roy is gone.
But that's great. Like, when I think, from my perspective, when I think Carmelo Anthony, it's Nuggets, because I played with him on 2K. It was the Knicks.
Yeah, Knicks.
Don't know how I knew he was on the Knicks, but I think I saw jerseys a lot, so that's that. And then
you mentioned OKC.
Yeah.
OKC, because I said the decline, and then the Lakers. I think that's when they formed with Russ and like.
Yeah, all of them was there.
You know what I'm saying?
Russ,
so,
Bron.
in the bubble, right? That was the bubble.
Was that the bubble? No. Melo went on that squad because they won the chip that year.
Okay.
Melo went on that squad. He came
That was
after.
before the bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, like that's just crazy that this man was on. Like when you think of him, you don't think of that, but it's crazy that he was on that team.
Which team?
Like any of those other than the two I named, it's crazy to think
Yeah,
about.
because I was right after the bubble when he played for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Bubble was 2020.
Like these 2 years, his earliest years, and that was the only thing I know. I don't remember none of this stuff.
Because he started bouncing around then from after he left, the Knicks. I mean, he with the Nuggets from 2003, 2011. He had, I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, but on that Nuggets squad, AI was still there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. AI was still,
Was he like leaving? Or was he?
Yeah, he was leaving. Yeah. He was out one.
It wasn't young AI.
That's what I'm saying.
They would have got banned.
No, it wasn't young AI. It wasn't Philly AI. He was on his way out the door.
Okay.
I think AI was there. Who else is on that Nuggets squad? I think Kenyon Martin, I believe.
The dude from the Gib Arenas show?
Yeah. From for that show. And I think J.R. Smith was there.
J.R. Smith was there.
Yeah, because he left with Melo and they both went to the Knicks.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. He followed Melo to the Knicks and Iman Shumpert.
Okay,
Yeah. They all three of them, played with the Knicks. Yeah, and then that's when they left Melo and went to play with LeBron with Cleveland. Ended up getting the chip, which is crazy. Crazy,
man.
man.
Man, Melo out. Take him with you. Three-piece deal.
We out.
Right.
No,
And then Rockets. I don't know who was on that Rocket. James Harden. Was James Harden still there? 18, 19?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
With Chris Paul, right?
Chris Paul? Yeah. Chris Paul. Yeah, I think Chris Paul and Harden was there.
So I remember I saw an episode of his podcast. He was talking about how they wanted him on the team, but then they didn't want him doing the stuff he was doing that they wanted him for.
Oh, you talking about Melo?
Yeah.
On his podcast. I did, I watched that clip.
So I think that was a year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I did watch that clip. And then, of course, we talked about Portland. Yeah, Dame Dollar was still there, I believe. Was LaMarcus Aldridge? Was he 2019, 21? I don't know.
I think he was gone by then.
He might have been gone by then.
Yeah.
And, of course, we already talked about the Lakers, which, of course, that didn't work out. I don't know why teams still try to, I don't know, quote unquote, put together these super teams and expect it to work.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is the Lakers has done it before.
They
Tried
have.
that because I remember they had Carmelo.
Yes, Carmelo and Gary Payton.
Bro, for what?
Yeah.
That was crazy. But
Yeah.
usually it don't work out for whatever reason. It don't work out for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Sorry, question. Was Gary Payton offensive threat or only a defensive threat?
It was both ends, but I think he was more so known for
More known for defense.
Okay.
That's why they called him the glove, because he's taking people's cookies.
I saw a clip of him and his son arguing about who would have did what with, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, he couldn't do nothing with me. And I was like, was he even good? Like, obviously he made it to the NBA, but like, was he that guy like on offense?
Who?
Gary
GP?
Payton? Yeah.
Yeah, he was straight, but like Ted's mentioned, most of the league.
He was more about assists, I think, on offense.
Okay.
You was playing alongside Sean Kemp. I'm gonna feed that guy the ball. That's all day. You going right to the rack.
Sonics. Yeah, Sean Kemp, Vin Baker. All them.
I'm sorry, I'm a little older.
Yeah. Gotcha.
What's the thing that y'all say Harmony is having a watch party?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
For her
Draft day
her
party.
draft night.
Draft day. Okay. I'm talking to her dad now. 3, 2, 1.
And we're back. Like we just mentioned, Piggy and back. Shout out to Harmony Turner once again. Draft party. Where you say it was gonna be at?
It's at her old school stadium.
Oh, old school stadium.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Legacy.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a Legacy.
Gotcha.
From my understanding.
Gotcha. Going back to Melo, man, I think this is something interesting. And if you go look at this 2003 draft class, of course, Bron was drafted first pick. Cleveland, Darko Milicic, don't know where he is. drafted number 2. But Melo was drafted number 3. And so...
Brown was 1 that year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bron was 1. Yeah, I got it on the other one.
Nah, you good.
With this, if you go do your research, if you go study, if Melo had went number 2 rather than number 3 to the Pistons, people got to understand on this Pistons teams around that time, 2003, 2004. That was the Detroit Pistons 2.0. I mean, we know about the original Bad Boys. With Isaiah Thomas and all them guys, Joe Dumars, but the Pistons 2.0 in 03 and 04, Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Rasheed, and Tayshaun Prince.
Crazy.
Their starting 5 was, it was a game changer, bro. Yeah, they had size, they had shooting, they had defense.
Yeah, you thought Melo.
They had,
That's crazy.
Chauncey Billups at the 1. So just knowing that, had Melo gone number 2, I believe he would have got a chip with that Pistons team. That's just my take. From a squad that the Pistons had in 03, 04, man, I just believe Melo would have had at least 1.
The other pick was Carlos Delfino at 25.
Oh, yeah. I don't know too much about Carlos Delfino.
Exactly. Carlos Delfino don't know too much
about Carlos Delfino. Oh, my goodness. That's funny.
Shoot.
Do you know anything about the 03, 04 Pistons? Dang, I forgot you younger than us.
My basketball knowledge starts from what was Christmas year? That Christmas year against Curry and LeBron.
Ooh.
There was a couple of those.
Like the most recent, when they had the little fancy shirt. I don't even know.
LeBron was in Cleveland?
Yeah.
It was a couple years ago. Yeah.
Whenever that
was your own.
Yeah. It was either from 2K or from like
funny.
Documentaries, but other than that, I don't have too much knowledge from that
D-Wade
point.
at number 5.
Yeah, D-Wade at 5.
How you let Wade go though? 5? That's crazy.
D-Wade at 5.
Nobody even knows who Darko is.
Okay, while we on this, while we on this topic, man, this came to my head. While we on this topic in regards to shooting guards,
Yeah.
do you believe D-Wade is top 3 shooting guard of all time?
Who's above him? Or who would be above him?
Jordan and Kobe.
Oh.
Ouch.
I'm just saying.
Who's underneath him?
Yeah, you probably.
Who's under Wade?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think 3
Like
is fair.
like
With
there's no
those two in the
Huh?
with those two in the conversation, I feel like 3 is fair.
There's no list.
I didn't look up one. That might have to be another topic for us.
I mean,
Shooting guards. I don't know who will be on the Wade.
Yeah, when I was looking at that top 75, it was like, oh, that's tough to even put those in order. That's tough.
What are you?
What we talking about? MJ, Kobe, and
Any of
any
them.
of them?
Yeah. Any of those top 75, and like, and for certain people to get shorted that jacket, it's like,
Yeah, a lot of people got shorted that jacket.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's based on. It's subjective. I feel like depending on what the person who's deciding wants, that determines where he is on the list. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Explain.
Like, to me, what I saw, Dwayne Wade was a slasher. Like, he's going
Definitely
to the
slasher.
hole every time.
Uh-huh.
Yes, to my understanding, Kobe went to the hole, but he was more of like a not post, but like mid post to like wing. Like, he was down there, but it was
He didn't spend most of his
you know what I'm
time,
saying?
in the paint.
So
it makes sense.
like, if that's what you're looking at, like, oh, I need these levels of scoring, or I need this from my two, and he did this more than Kobe, then you could do that. But if you're just saying two in general, like overall, who had more rings, who had a better career, stuff like that, if that's what you're determining, you know what I'm saying? So like,
it could be
that changes
subjective.
where he's on the list and stuff like that.
No, facts. I mean, he got 3. MJ got 6. Kobe got 5. So, I mean, he ain't too far off.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
if the stuff you're comparing him to, the other person is worse or better, then that's where you can say, well, I personally believe he should be better because of X, Y, and Z.
Staying on that topic, these questions are coming. I'm gonna challenge y'all.
Okay.
Speaking of rings in regards to Melo, does that put a stain on his career, knowing that he's never won a championship?
No.
Is it rings or is it MVPs? What
To me,
you
no,
guys?
nothing. Because the goal is to make it to the NBA. What you do in the NBA is what matters. If you go to the NBA and you're excuse my language, but you're a bootlicker or something, like, you don't do you go there and you don't do nothing. You average 2 points, bruh.
Yeah.
No.
He say,
Like, bro,
that's a new word.
you know what I'm saying? But if you go there and you dominate,
It's
you know what I'm saying,
funny.
for any span of time, and not even just that, you go to USA, you do a plethora of things in the NBA.
Facts.
That your career is good. No one can take nothing away from you. Now, when you add rings and MVPs, so like, that's when you start getting into the upper echelon of conversations. Like, oh, is he a GOAT? Is he,
Yeah.
Like, I
like
think
that.
who was it? I think it was Dwayne Wade when he was like, "There's certain rooms that you can't go in."
I saw that clip.
I feel like
I saw
that
clip.
represents the best. Like, yes, you're in the elite of the league, but when you talk about GOATs or best scorers or something, you may not be able to get in this room, but you can be in this room.
This room,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
You ain't got the
saying?
key to the, at the top of the fence. You can't get up there.
Yeah, you can't get
Big
that.
blind.
I'm locked out. What happened?
Like, it's okay that you're already in the building, but certain rooms
You
it's
can't
just-
get in. My God, today. I like it. What you got, T? In regards to rings, man, does that put a stain on anybody's
like-
career?
I feel like the rings don't necessarily put a stain on your career, because we have to look at it and remember it's a team sport. So if I was on a team, I got, in his case, got drafted to a team that might not have been in the best situation for a ring,
Right.
and never did really get themselves in the best situation for a ring, is that really my fault?
I like that take.
Especially when I still balled out. I still got the individual awards.
Yeah,
So-
we talked about that.
So where people, well, he's got this many rings, and then don't start talking to LeBron fans when they talk about how many times he actually got to the championship versus how many he actually won, because that's a whole different conversation.
It's a whole different
Well, he got
conversation.
there
I'm not-
this many times.
I'm not biased, bro. I'm not biased,
I
bro.
knew I was gonna get him going. I knew I was gonna get him going.
I'm not biased, bro. LeBron, I'm sorry, bro. There are some deficits in your NBA Finals appearances. I'm not biased.
But I mean, if the guy had the skill set or the right phone numbers to get there. Yeah, I said right phone numbers. I said it. Anyway.
we having fun, man. Don't worry about what we. This is sports therapy. We having fun, man.
I'm starting controversy now. Look for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Montez on that. It's like, why? Who said it? I think it was Paul George. He was like, there's 75% of the people in the league are trash. So if they're just trying to possibly get a top 5 draft, or they're just trying to get to the playoffs to get an extra paycheck, or they're not actually trying to go for anything like major, then that's not really my fault. Like, I can't do nothing about that. You can either stay with your team, be like Dennis Schroeder, be dang near every team in the league, or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's crazy.
you can try to go for it and then not obtain it, and then not everyone's looking at you. You went to all 18 and you didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So what do you?
Facts.
It's based on what you want.
Yeah, that's some great takes, guys. Same here, man. I definitely don't agree that championships put a stain on your career, only because there are a lot of great players who don't got chips that are Hall of Famers. You look at the Charles Barkleys of the world. You look at the Who else, man, that comes to mind that don't have a chip? There's so many of them. It's a lot of players that are in the Hall of Fame that don't have rings.
It's tough to get there, man.
Yeah.
Would you say Luka's gonna be a Hall of Famer?
Would I say now?
Like based on his trajectory, would he be a Hall of Famer?
I agree.
So based on that, how many people are doing what he did? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like,
I see.
I feel like people will try to be like, oh, he didn't have. Who is doing what Luka did for his 6-7 years? He's been in the league?
Under 10. Yeah.
And he's doing
With the stuff that he's done, he got into the finals. He got a taste of it.
26?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, got a taste of it.
that's my opinion.
Yeah. I got one more.
What?
Going back to Melo, and this is something that I heard from Stephen A. And I don't agree with it. Sorry.
I was about to say, you heard from that guy?
Yeah. I don't agree with his take. He was on there with
looking for me after this podcast.
right. They're gonna be looking for all of us. We coming, baby. I promise you. We coming, man. His take was he was talking to Kendrick Perkins. I think somebody else was on there, and he mentioned how when Bron left Cleveland, went to Miami in 2010, started the what we know quote unquote big three with him, Bosh, and Wade. Stephen A's take was that if Melo was on that squad and Bosh didn't go there, then they win against the Mavericks. What do y'all think?
I don't know anything about Bosh, so I can't speak.
Yeah.
But I feel like certain people work for certain things. Does that make sense?
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Like,
you gotta know your position.
If we have like the Warriors, they had 2 shooters and Draymond Green who like distributed and all. You know what I'm saying? Like their
facilitator.
roles work for those people.
Facts.
I don't believe if you just take this person and put him there. It would no. I feel like you had to have those pieces for that time.
I agree.
Because like maybe a year later it don't work.
Facts. And what we saw, Melo went to the Lakers and it didn't work.
And who was that? Who was that? Was it James Harden? After James Harden left,
The Rockets.
did the Thunder go back to the playoffs and stuff?
After he left.
After he left, yeah.
Did the Thunder go back? I don't know if they did. Not until Shea got there.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they got there with him, and I'm not gonna say he was the reason why they didn't make it, but losing them, if they would have went there, then it could have been a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So if they lose Bosh and they get someone else and they go back, okay, or if they got Carmelo and they went back and then they lost, would they have said, "Oh, it was the same"? You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes
I feel
sense.
like you can't compare it. I feel like you have to go based on each situation.
Yeah, in that time frame.
Yeah.
You don't know what that chemistry would have been like. Or
Yeah.
nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
But I was
like, you don't
thinking
know
about, like,
egos
okay,
and stuff.
Definitely
Yeah.
egos.
So you put what Melo at the 4? You put
Yeah.
Melo at the 4.
Uh-huh.
That leaves you, I think at that time maybe Haslam at the 5.
Yeah, Haslam.
I think it was Haslam. Not a bad situation, but I don't know if that's gonna necessarily guarantee you a championship.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Stephen A is definitely entitled to his own opinion.
Of course.
But I don't. That's sorry. It just keeps coming to mind. What's it called?
Who?
Not Philadelphia. What is that team? Arizona? Not Arizona. Yeah, the
NBA?
Suns.
Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
Yes.
Suns. Nets. Who's another super team? The Clippers when they had Paul George, Kawhi,
and
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So like you,
Harden, all
you
them,
can have
yeah.
all the people you want. That doesn't mean it's gonna
It
work.
means it's gonna be. It doesn't mean it's gonna work. Facts. Yeah, I definitely disagree.
Bounced up out of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I definitely disagree with Stephen A. said only because I agree with what K. Perk said, and the reason why is because when you go back and watch the player that Chris Bosh was, he was a stretch big, and so you got Chris Bosh at the 5. Not only can he dominate in the paint, and he was a rim protector, but he can also pull people out to the wing because he can shoot the 3, and so now you have somebody that can play on both sides of the ball. I mean, Melo was great. We know Melo to be a scorer, you know, predominantly. You know, his defense was probably okay, but Chris Bosh played on both sides. He even carried the Raptors before he even got to Miami. And so when you got a guy like Bosh that can team up with a guy like Bron and Wade, man, I think it was I think it was the perfect match. Yeah. And then when they got there, Wade was like, hey, this you, bro. After they lost that series to the Mavericks, D-Wade was like, hey, bro, now you carry the torch. I want you to be better. Knowing that this is Wade's team the whole time. You just got your first chip in 06 against the Mavericks. And so the fact that, Bron and Bosh come there and Wade like, hey, you carry the torch. Let's do better this time around. So like you mentioned, it's just every piece fits different in the time frame and season that it's in, and so I don't know if Melo would have got them over the hump. I don't know if that would have worked. Cause the reason why I say this is because who's stopping Dirk? You bring Melo to that Heat team, Melo ain't guarding Dirk like that, man. So you need somebody like Chris Bosh who's around the same body frame and an ability to put some type of sustainability on Dirk. Because I also watched another clip and they was talking about who had the best run in the playoffs going to the finals, and everybody mentioned the Mavericks that time. Like they beat the Lakers, who was just defending champs the year before, swept them. Swept them. They beat Bron, Wade, and Bosh in the finals, and I think the year before that they beat the Blazers. We just mentioned they had Brandon Roy.
They played OKC.
Yes, and they played OKC. Yes.
Yeah, so they had the toughest route.
Yes, KD, Harden. Yeah, them guys that just Westbrook. Yeah, just there fresh, with the OKC Thunder. So, Mavericks and Dirk, man, they definitely had a hard run, man, to get to that chip. So, I definitely don't agree that championships put a stain on your legacy. I believe Melo, man, you've had a great career, brother. I wish the best for you, man. Definitely deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. You've done some amazing things individually. And yeah, man, I'm definitely also proud of, putting your son in the right position. Cayenne Anthony, man, going to Syracuse, following his father's footsteps. Melo got a championship in 2003 before he got drafted with Syracuse. And so the fact that his son can go out there and carry the torch and carry that legacy, man, I think that's a great thing, man. But Melo, we love you, man. Continue to keep doing what you're doing, man. I follow your podcast, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. We have some dope content on there. It's been amazing. Also, Paige Bueckers, we rocking with you. We gonna be praying. We gonna be in sackcloth and that shit. Hopefully, man, that you come to the wings, man. We will be in the building. We gotta drive to the D. We are coming, man.
We are coming. The train, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, that too. We can get on the train.
Oh man.
He said we suck.
I don't even want to play with the traffic, bro.
Oh yeah, Dallas traffic, something else. Nah, you so right, man. Right. Any closing remarks, fellas? Any closing thoughts y'all want to share with our sports community, man? Anything?
Never bet. Because when you bet, people cheat. So never bet.
What you be on, Prize Picks?
Nah, we bet on fantasy.
Oh, fantasy.
Yeah. And dudes want to do stuff, have skewed moral compasses. Just don't bet.
It's about that money, when you put that money on the line and make things different.
Yeah. Nah, facts, man. When that money get involved, man.
Nah, for real, they ain't even your friends no more. You thought they were, psych. Get this money.
Facts. What you got, T?
I don't know, man. It was just a good conversation all the way around, man.
Was good.
Another good one. Definitely looking forward to the upcoming watch parties. I'm going to see if I can make it to that one in Mansfield.
Right, right.
Just to go and support, man. Ain't nothing like, just filling that stadium up for somebody that
is
going into that next chapter so I can say I was there when,
Facts.
Sure.
Well, sports community, this is our time. Y'all have a great week, man. We pray that the Lord blesses you real good this week. You be productive, do all the Lord has called you to do. But this day was a great show, man. Today was good. We had fun today, man. We had different takes, different perspectives, and that's what I want for you guys to take from sports therapy. But this is it. We will see you guys next time. Like I said before, this is Sports Therapy with your host, Willie Beeman, where good conversations meet great athletes. How can the people follow y'all once again, man? We got to make sure we get our medias out there. There you go. You ready?
Nah, I'm just saying. I got a couple more followers this week. So
hey, don't tell them about that fake page over there. Don't tell them about the fake page.
You can follow me on TikTok at Jesus Loves JJ. It should pop up DKG.J. That is me. Okay.
It's funny.
Trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Help your boy out. Or you can
Right.
follow me on Instagram at _it's.ya.boii_. It's your boy on Instagram.
That works.
Montez Toombs on Facebook. I'm still out there.
Facts.
Then MR, the number 2, and then the MBS on any other social media.
Facts. And you can follow your guy, Willie Beamen, man. That's WILLIEBEAMEN. That's my TikTok page. You can also follow my IG page. That is W Strickland, STRICKLIN. The reason why I spell it out, because I be butchering my last name. It's not Land. It's LIN, please.
Get it right.
Get it right. But we appreciate y'all, man. We had fun today. Tune in for the next show. We will see y'all soon. Peace.